Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very interesting story. I was just browsing through Twitter. That stereotypical YouTuber intro. I was just sitting there, minding my own business, and then, suddenly this crazy thing out. No, but I was sitting there checking my Twitter feed, and Tipster from Tipster Gaming decided to send me a story, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what he's got. So I opened my my inbox, and I see this very interesting story, and I'm like, there's no way I can't do a story on this. And then when I actually, took a look at the clips, took a look at the Dapperton video, took a look at the Tipster interview, I realized I had stumbled across a gold mine, and this needs to get out there because I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this story. But at the same time, it is important that this gets out because people who lie about their mental illness, make it up entirely just to get views and subs are, well, it goes out saying, just complete scum of the earth. But whom exactly am I talking about? Well, I want to show you guys who I'm talking about. Do you see this man over here? This for those of you watching in the YouTube audience, you might recognize this as the thumbnail. But who exactly is this man over here? This mysterious wizard? Well, this man goes by the name of the Hyrule Bard. I'm not sure why he's the Hyrule Bard. You would think, oh, he's a Zelda YouTuber, obviously, but no, he's not. He's an anime YouTuber, or at least he was until he deleted his account. All until 2 days ago, his account was sitting there at 2,500 subs, but just recently he decided to delete it. Now I wonder why he decided to delete, an account. It's got 2,000 subs. It's doing all right. So why would he delete that? Why would he just end his dream of becoming a full-time YouTuber? Well, we're gonna get into that in just a moment here. You see, this YouTuber, the Hyrule Bard, this anime nerd, he has one dream, and that one dream is to reach 10,000 subscribers. I'm not making this up. 10,000 subs is where he wants to go. That's his climax realm. That's all he wants to do. It goes without saying he wants YouTube to be his full-time job, and to him that means 10,000 subscribers. Now, if you're a streamer and you have 10,000 followers, it's very likely that you're going to be able to make that at least a part-time, if not a full-time job, depending upon your audience retention. But as a YouTuber, that is nowhere near the amount you need to make a living off of YouTube. You need at least several 100,000. But for some reason, 10,000 was his goal. And for any of us who have our goal, I want to hit 10,000 too. I'm going to be writing interesting topics, focusing on building up my live stream over here. Basically doing what every other YouTuber who wants to succeed would do. This guy, on the other hand, decided that he wasn't going to play that game. He was going to try and get it a different way. And what could I possibly be talking about? Well, he decided he was going to lie about having the illness lupus. Now, I didn't know what lupus was initially, but here I will show you. Lupus! What is lupus? This is just when you Google search what is lupus, and keeping it very professional here. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that can damage any part of the body, skin, joints, and or organs. Chronic means the signs and symptoms tend to last longer than 6 weeks and often for many years. In lupus, something goes wrong with the immune system, which is the part of the body that fights off viruses, bacteria, and germs, foreign invaders like the flu. Normally, our immune systems produce proteins called antibodies, which protect the body from these invaders. Autoimmunity means your immune system cannot tell the differences between these foreign invaders and your body's healthy tissue. Auto means self. As a result, it creates antibodies that attack and destroy healthy tissue. These auto-antibodies cause inflammation, pain, and damage in various parts of the body. So as you can see, it's some pretty serious stuff. And he decided, this YouTuber, that he was going to lie about having this illness to some YouTubers to try to get them to donate, get them to sub to his channel, and basically completely lie about a fatal illness for personal gain. So, really stellar guy. In fact, I'm going to show you a screenshot right now. This is between the YouTubers Mr. Dapperton, a 100k sub YouTuber, and the Amazing Atheist, a 1 million sub YouTuber. Now, Amazing Atheist in these DMs refers to the Hyrule Bard guy as a friend of his, and both of them are trying to figure out how to help this guy. Now, Mr. Dapperton did a video promoting this guy's GoFundMe and spreading awareness that this guy is in some serious trouble, and the Amazing Atheist was planning on supporting this guy's GoFundMe in a video himself. However, that never happened, and for good reason. Let's go ahead and pull up the first screenshot right here. So, obviously, when you say that you have a fatal illness, you have to have some sort of proof. You can't just say it, you gotta show it. And this is the amazing Hyrule Bard, his amazing proof that he just had a liver transplant. Basically showing, look, I have it, and here's the surgery that just took place where I got my liver transplant, but unfortunately the doctor said I only have 10 to 15 years to live, and my one dream is to make it to 10,000 subs, but I don't know if I'll make that in the time I have left. Now, who knows if YouTube will even be around in 10 to 15 years, but this guy seemed to think that the clock was ticking, you know, like he only had a little bit of time left. 10 to 15 years, that's not that much time to get 10,000 subs. Now, maybe if your dream was to get like 10 million, okay, maybe the clock's ticking. Maybe if it was like 100 million, okay, maybe you need to, get on the ball. But 10 years to get 10,000 subs, that's 1,000 a year. I don't think that's that hard to do, really. I mean, if I don't have 10,000 subs in 10 years from now myself, then, clearly I'm doing something horribly wrong, It just seems very strange. Now, Mr. Dapperton had a sponsorship for a particular gun that Hyrule Bard had claimed he had. This is when things start to get fishy. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip from Mr. Dapperton's video where he showcases that, hey, this guy, basically, well, he might be full of it. So let's go ahead and play that clip right now.
Anyways, I was chatting with Hyrule. He said he bought the rifle that I sponsor on my channel, the HD Defense rifle. And I could get credit if he sends a picture in, which will get me a little bit of a kickback. When I requested the picture, he was like, oh no, I actually gave my AR-15, my HD Defense to my friend, and he always loses things. So I guess by now it would be gone and I won't be getting it back. So I can't get any pictures of it, was his claim. Well, it's like, you used to have it in your collection. You never took a picture of it, not even once? Before he borrowed it? Anyways, it was obvious that he was lying. So I was like, how much is this guy lying? This just raised a red flag. So I reverse image checked that image of the liver transplant that he sent me. And holy fuck, did I get results.
Oh, look at that. That's right. You saw that, right? Look at that. Kidney transplant stitches. He reverse Google image. One click. Exposed. Just flat out exposed. That's all it took. That's all it took from this guy. Just right there. Boom. So, obviously, things aren't going well for our friend Hyrule Bard. And when questioned about it, here's what he had to say in the DMs. I'm sorry, Mr. Dapperton. Sad face emoji. I don't want you to get upset at me, but I'm suffering with lupus whether you believe me or not. Yeah, real believable after, if you're really suffering, why'd you have to send a fake image? Like, obviously it's not concrete proof that he's lying at this point, but it's extremely fishy, and anyone with half a brain can realize there's some sort of scam going on. He follows that up with, I really am in the hospital. I wasn't trying to use you or anything. That wasn't my intent. You're going to expose me now, aren't you? I like how that's his first worry. Oh, you're going to expose me. Like, he already exposes himself as being just in it for the money. Dapperton replies, please give me some sort of proof. Because, Dapperton can't expose him yet at this point because there's not enough. Even though it's pretty obvious what's going on here, like, to say for sure or not, he can't do yet. So he's giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's like, give me some proof. Well, Dapperton says, hang on. I want to be honest with you. Please don't get upset at me. You see those red rashes on my face? This is a recent photo. I'm losing my hair right now because of the chemo, so I decided to shave it. Now, he includes this picture. Now, this blue dot over his face was provided by Mr. Dapperton. In the actual DMs, he showed his real face, but obviously, Dapperton, he's a decent guy. He doesn't want to expose him, just yet over here. So he shows a recent photo showing, look, here's a recent photo. Those red rashes on my face, that's lupus rashes, which when you have lupus, it gives you rashes on your face. So that's his sort of proof. But here's the problem with that. The problem is that anybody can just, kind of like smudge up their face a little bit, add some pressure, and you've got red. All right. In fact, my face already has some red over here. It's probably my acne or something, but could I just take a really bad camera angle from my phone and show, if I was trying to prove to everyone that I had lupus for a money scheme, I could probably just take a picture of my face as it is, and bam. That's not proof showing oh look, see, look, my face is red, that's not enough, you gotta show some more. And Mr. Dapperton even goes into further detail. I'll show you guys right here.
He sent me a picture of his face saying that, look, it's lupus. See, I got my cheeks are red. Which honestly, all you have to do is rub your cheeks and your cheeks are red.
Exactly.
But his cheeks weren't even that red in the picture. I didn't even notice any red.
The cheeks weren't even that red in the picture. Oof. So now things aren't just not looking that good for Hyrule Bard, but things are getting even worse. Wow. Wow. So, things aren't adding up. There's not enough proof, and it's looking like this guy is a massive flake. So he decides to send his next piece of proof. This is gonna be it. This is gonna show. Oh, I'm legitimate here, guys. Are you ready for this? Bam! Would you look at that? Look at that. Look at that ugly gut. Well, you see, there's some red lines there. That's the scars from the surgery he took. Finally, definitive proof, right? But what's this dark patch over here? Why is that? As you can see in the camera, it's light here, but all of a sudden it's this random dark patch. Did he wet the bed? What's going on here? Well, he couldn't have wet the bed because the dark patch is over his body. There's clearly some photo editing going on. And in fact, when you brighten up the picture, would you look what you see? Oh, what's that? The scar happens to go over the couch you're on. So are we supposed to believe that the surgeon sewed you to your mattress? What's going on over here? And why is it so blurry over here? Well, when you brighten up even more, oh, okay. So you can see it goes over here as well. So either the surgeon massively screwed up and happened to sew his patient to his own mattress, or this is just a big O scam. I'll let you decide. But at this point, it's pretty clear at this point that this guy is completely full of it. There's no way he's gonna come back from this. So we're gonna look at some more DMs, and then we're gonna take a look at Tipster's fantastic interview. Let's go ahead and go into the DMs. I want to get out of this awful state so that I can try to get my disability if I can. I didn't mean to make you upset at me. I just wanted to protect myself, and plus I thought you wouldn't believe me. If you want me to believe you, take a picture of you flipping the bird randomly at the hospital. So that's asking him to do a random pose at the hospital. He can't really Google that, right? But instead of sending... That's a pretty easy proof. If he's at the hospital right now, he should just be able to, whip out his phone, flip the bird, take the pic, send it. It should be that simple, But no, of course not. I didn't mean to send you that photo. I'm an insecure moron. Completely changing the subject. And Dapperton's send me a picture of you doing the peace sign in the hospital. But then he's like, oh, wait, that's too easy to look up. So show me a picture of your pinky, middle, and thumb up in a hospital. And Dapperton's like, seriously, this is ridiculous. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. Plus, I showed you my belly. Yes, that's definitive proof, even after it's proven to be a Photoshop. He's like, I showed you my stitches, man. Yeah. You mean the stitches that go from your body across into the bed? When the surgeon happened to sew you to the bed, completely attached to it? Yeah, those stitches? Yeah, okay. Apparently, I'm wasting your time. I don't need this stress, and you're just fucking pushing my buttons. Lol, for asking for you to show proof? Again, he gets really defensive, and at this point, it's pretty obvious. This is a complete scam. But let's continue. Get real, asking a nurse to take pictures of me. Fucking get real. Yes, that's a outrageous thing. How dare he not believe you off of face value and actually ask for some proof, especially after you've been proven time and time again to be a fraud. Dapperton responds, yeah, I don't see the problem. Also, you gave me the option to show me you in the hospital bed. I'm done with this drama. It's not even drama at this point. It's just an argument in the DMs. I don't know why he's saying it's drama. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. Dapperton says, I want to believe you. And who wouldn't? Like, if the guy's coming at you to be this genuine, saying, I need help, like, this is a serious thing, why wouldn't you want to believe that guy? Like, you know, why would you want to believe this guy is instantly a scammer unless you're some sort of sociopath or something? Like, it makes no sense why Dapperton would be like, oh, I want to make sure that this guy is a complete fraud without, you know, any inclination whatsoever. But I have my family, and they always believe me, and I'm not dragging them into this. But I need to see you in a hospital bed. You're in the one right now. What's the problem? Well, why should I do it? You just say it's fake. What? No, I wouldn't. It's the proof I require for me to believe it. Well, here's the hospital bed picture. Again, this red dot you see, this was added by Dapperton. In the original DMs, he showed his face, but obviously Dapperton doesn't want to engage in some doxing over here. So he's sitting here in his hospital bed, which could be any bed or even a couch for all we know. Like, there's no proof that this is a hospital bed. And there he's wearing his hospital band. You know, it's not like he could have just printed that out or something. Or, you know, maybe this isn't even him. Maybe it's a Google picture. Also, I want you to point out that his hair here, you see that thing? Like, that's not his shadow. That's clearly his hair. It's long, right? Let's go to the other picture he showed. Oh, would you look at that? He's kind of bald. He's kind of got the Anthony Fantano thing going on there. In fact, he even said, I'm losing my hair because of this chemo, so I decided to shave it. Well, right now in the hospital bed, you seem to have some hair going on there. Did you grow back that inside? Or were you doing like that some sort of like what's going on here? Why is your hair able to grow back so miraculously fast? You know, what's going on here? So at this point, Dapperton makes the video, exposes him completely, and people withdraw. But he happened to do the next best thing, even after he's been exposed as a complete fraud. He went on Tipster's show. Now, I'm glad this happened. Don't get me wrong. The Tipster interview was legendary, and we're going to be watching a little bit of that. But if you want to see the whole thing, I would highly recommend it. There's plenty of gold moments in there. But I just want to point out, why would you go on Tipster's program? You've been exposed as a fraud. What could you possibly gain from going on someone's program to do an interview about it? You just look even worse. Like, I suppose we can just give him credit, like, oh, at least he had the balls to, you know, go up and do an interview and directly talk about it. But to me, that's not really screaming like, oh, he's got the balls. It's more like he's got, you know, the stupid. I'll be honest with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up, and we're gonna watch the first bit of the Tipster interview. Now, of course, he couldn't just show up on Tipster's show like any normal person. He had to make Tipster wait. And we're going to watch the intro to that real fast. Let's go ahead and play that.
I have some questions that I want to ask him about the whole situation. So let me go ahead and get him on, and we'll get right into it. Give him a minute, guys. We're waiting for him to pick up. All right, just trying to give him a call again. Let's give him a couple minutes to answer the call. We're just waiting for him to answer.
Wait, where is he?
At this point, he's not.
What's going on?
I just talked to him not too long ago.
You just talked to him, so why isn't he
We did
there?
an audio check, and he said he was good to go.
Yeah, he said he was good to go. Where is he?
Yeah,
we
actually had a conversation before every one of these interviews. I always do a like a call just to make sure that the audio levels are good.
Yeah.
I hope this dude didn't get cold feet.
I hope so
whether
too.
he realizes it or not, whether he comes on for the interview or not, I'm gonna go over this either way. I think it would be better for
Where
him
is
to have
he?
the opportunity to say his piece. But if he doesn't show up, we're still talking about it. Hello?
40. Okay. Before we get into this, look at this. 45 minutes of this. Can you imagine? It seems short because we're watching the YouTube version where he cut it down, obviously. He wasn't just going to upload 45 minutes of nothing. But after getting exposed as a complete fraud, you think you'd have the decency to show up on time. You're already despised, and for good reason, by everybody in the chat. But you can't even be bothered to show up? You have to just wait 45. Can you imagine sitting in the stream for 45 minutes infuriated? Can you imagine being Tipster in this situation? Just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's not like he had anything to gain from not showing up after he promised he would. You know? So it's just complete. It is baffling over here. But let's keep watching.
Sorry.
You're sorry.
He sounds very
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
I waited over a half an hour for you.
Tipster's pissed.
Well, I fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
I gotta be honest. Considering a lot of the circumstances, I don't believe that for a second.
I did.
Okay, so his excuse is I fell asleep. And Tipster's like, I don't believe that one bit. And he's like, I did. Like, this guy, he has no shame whatsoever. No shame. Let's keep
I did
watching.
fall asleep.
Okay, well, I don't believe you. I guess we can still do the interview then, since you've showed up, even though I've already kind of went over everything that I was going to talk to you about.
Well, you can believe me or not. I'm telling you the truth.
This guy seems to think that, just because he told the truth, you're supposed to believe him, regardless. It's either that or he has nothing else to say. It's absolutely insane, honestly. Like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? What world does he come from? But no, we're not just done there. No. The interview continues. Let's go ahead and give it some more watching. Are we here?
Like a call just to make sure that the audio levels
All
are
right,
good.
sorry about that. Let's get to the meat of the interview. There we are.
Truth.
You sent me a picture of your mom, and
Okay.
this picture.
So a little bit of context here. So when he got exposed by Mr. Dapperton, his final cry was that, the reason why I lied about this was because my mom has lupus, and I did this for my mom. I didn't want to throw family onto the internet. I did it because I pretended I had lupus when it was really my mom who had lupus. It is his mom. Okay, so you drill into people's heads. I have lupus. I'm gonna die. I need your help. You get exposed. You didn't really have lupus. You didn't need the help. And your excuse now is that your mom had lupus. And the worst part is we can't even say anything about that, whether or not that's true or not, because we'd be going after his mom. It's the perfect shield. And that's what it is. It's a shield. He's throwing his family, his mom, under the bus as a shield because he got exposed lying and being a fraud. What an absolute scumbag. But no, he's going to prove that his mom has lupus to Tipster right here live on the air. Debunk everything. Debunk the whole chat. He's going to prove his mom has lupus right now. Let's keep listening.
You mentioned that, look at my mom. She's got the rash on her face.
Again, he uses the rash on his face. On her face. We already know that a rash ain't good enough proof. So let's see how he tries to get out of this one.
So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
These are some examples of people's faces who have what you're
Yes.
referring to.
Right.
I did not
she
see that
does
with
have
your
the
mom.
rash. She does.
I didn't see that with your mom.
Well, she's wearing makeup. She wears makeup.
So
she does.
So I don't. I mean, I understand women wear makeup, but if you're trying to prove that she's got lupus, why would you send me a picture where she's wearing makeup?
Well, I mean, I ain't got no other pictures to show you with her not wearing makeup.
So what is the point of sharing the picture if you're trying to prove she has lupus?
Well, I showed you the document.
Okay. So the picture's completely pointless. It's proven pointless right to his face. And he's like, but I showed you the document. This guy. He's a complete, I don't know. Something's going on up there. I'm just going to say it. But the thing is that he's like, I showed you the document. Anybody can type up anything and say it's a document. Maybe, like you can type anything. I can look up, medical documents and I can modify it and say, that's not proof. This guy seems to have a fundamental misunderstanding of what proof is. So let's keep listening.
Which the document states that she does.
I know we saw the document. That's fine, but I don't understand why you would even bother showing the picture. It
I mean, I
it doesn't
probably
make any
shouldn't have
sense.
sent you the picture.
Yeah,
I probably
would've
shouldn't
been
have sent
better
you the
to not
picture.
Send it at all because it didn't really prove anything.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
But
so
she
if
does
this
have it.
But she does
so
have
if
it.
this was about your mom, if this was about your mom, what does reaching 10K subscribers on YouTube have to do with helping your mom? Okay, so how many donations did you receive? Can you give me a ballpark?
I only received 3 of them.
You only
I
received 3.
received from you, my friend Dyro, and from Mr. Dapperton.
3 donations. I want to point that out. 3 donations. So, if you didn't hear that right, he just said his entire GoFundMe campaign to save him from dying from lupus and help his channel and blah, blah, blah. He got 3 donations. 2 of which came from the YouTubers that he asked. So, you had Tipster, you had Mr. Dapperton, and you were going to have Amazing Atheist, right? So at this point you have 2 people pushing your campaign. That means that only one person in this whole planet was convinced of your illness and decided to, pledge his hard-earned money. You should be happy. You're lucky. This was a scam. If you were actually dying from lupus and you needed the help, clearly you weren't going to get it on here. If only one person bothered to donate that wasn't a YouTuber pushing your campaign. 3 donations. I've got a morning stream sitting here playing a knockoff Overwatch game, let alone have a lupus. Oh my gosh. 3 donations. Legendary.
Okay, so what would you say was the total, like a ballpark figure of the total you got?
$35.
$35? That's it? That's all you could raise? Like I said before, good thing this was a scam. Imagine someone actually dying. They need all the help they can get. They only get $35. Wow.
The next thing I want to talk about is when this all kind of blew up, a member of my community who asked to remain anonymous kind of did some digging on your Twitter. And it looks like this isn't the first time you've asked people for money or handouts. Is that correct?
Well, I don't ever try to ask for handouts.
So I want to go over some of these tweets that a member of my community found. Back in 2014, we have several tweets you tweeting at big YouTubers and big celebrities about a GoFundMe for a service dog and medical expenses for an autistic cousin.
Dylan, that was for my autistic cousin Dylan, yes.
And are these legitimate?
Yes.
Okay.
Dylan does have autism, and I can show you a video of that.
He can show you a video of that. Yes, my cousin does have autism. I know I've lied about pretty much everything, especially when it comes to illnesses. But I can assure you my cousin has autism. And I can show you a video of that. A video of my cousin having autism. What does a video of autism look like? You can just take a picture of anyone. Any retarded person and say they have autism. Like, how does a video proof... Like, how do you take a video proof of autism? What does he have a video of, like, the autism doctor saying, yeah, this guy has autism? Well, what video are we showing? I mean, at the very least, he could try and show a document. At least he showed that for his mom. He's like, oh, my mom has lupus, and I have a video of it, and I can show you. At least he went for the document route when it came to his mom. Why can't he do that for his cousin? I'm going to show you a video of my cousin having autism to prove that he actually has autism, even though I've lied about pretty much everything. Now, again, that's another instance of him putting his family as a shield. Because I can't criticize him without me being the jerk, Because if I'm criticizing, I'm going after his family, and that's not cool. It's the perfect shield, and it's so scummy. Let's keep watching.
Because I actually recorded him.
Okay. I mean, if you want to send me a link to that video, I'll share it with the chat. I'm not going to play it on stream, but at least they can kind of refer to that. So they can verify
It's not necessarily a video on YouTube or anything like that.
Oh, okay. It's just
I would never do that. It's just a video that I recorded.
I would never do that. I would never post a video of my autistic brother on YouTube. Never. I like how he has to say that. Like he has to clarify. Oh, me? What? Posting a video of my autistic brother going. I would never post that video on YouTube. Like I want to like I see someone in the chat saying I kind of want to see the proof. I kind of do too. What in this guy's head? What does autism like physically look like? Like what? None of this makes any sense.
Oh, okay.
And he has severe autism.
Okay,
really
so
bad.
it sounds like it's a private video. We'll just leave it at that. That's fine. I'll take.
And
your
the
word for
problem
it.
with taking his word for it is because you can't. Because there's you at this point he's lost all trust. You can't take his word for it. But then again, you can't go after his family because that makes you the jerk. It's the perfect shield. Using your family as a shield. Using your autistic cousin and your dying mother as a shield. That's who we're dealing with right here.
That you recorded this video. The only question I had was that, was this legitimate or not? And you're saying it was.
It was. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And it did involve the family.
All right. And this in April of 2015, this donation stream, I'm assuming that was for the same cause?
Yes.
Okay. So through this GoFundMe here in 2014, as well as this donation stream in the 2015, were you able to get that service dog?
Yes, we were.
Okay. Here in 2016, January.
I just want to point out, he's talking about the service dog, right? It's kind of interesting how this guy, like, I know there's a lot of hard families in America, but it's kind of interesting that a guy who has a history with lying, like, he also happens to have, like, a really rough family. Like, they have autism, they have lupus, they need service dogs. It's just, it's kind of a coincidence, like, I don't, again, it's the perfect shield, but maybe, am I wrong in questioning whether or not his family's really that way? Or am I the jerk? Which one am I? Let's keep listening.
2016, we have an artist that you commissioned to do work for you. You're telling him you can't pay him because you're homeless.
Well, at the time we were.
You were homeless. Okay. So
At the time.
you really couldn't pay him.
Right.
Okay. We also have you that same year asking famous people to help you find a home.
Yes.
Okay. So earlier you said you were able to get the service dog through the donation stream in the GoFundMe, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So why
we were able to get the donation?
So why in April of 2016 are you running a separate GoFundMe also for a service dog for your cousin? Why the separate GoFundMe if you already got it?
Well, here's the thing with that.
And it's not even the same GoFundMe, it's a different link.
Yeah, it was a different GoFundMe. And my uncle, he basically, what ended up happening, the dog that we ended up getting, what happened to it died.
Okay. So let me break this down for you. So essentially what happened is that, this guy, like, basically what happened was his autistic cousin needed a service dog. He did a donation stream, they got the money, they got the dog. 2 years later, he did the exact same thing. And when confronted about this, like, 2 years ago you asked for a dog, now you're asking for another dog, what happened to the other dog? And he's like, well, you see, he died. He couldn't just say, like, oh, well, the dog died. Like, he had to like, kind of, like, run it through his head a little bit. He had to kind of, like, wait for, like, should I say this? Should I not? Gotta say something fast, or it looks sketchy, even though I already look sketchy. He died. Yeah, he died. Like, why can't he just get to the point? Like, when you're asked a question, you're supposed to give an immediate answer. Why are you asking for another dog? Oh, he died. Not, well, I don't know, dogs, they die,
Okay.
Because of it had a kidney failure. Because of the kennel.
He's thinking about this on the spot. He's like,
Okay.
he had a kidney failure.
You understand that that's an extremely easy out for you, right?
Right.
Okay. The first mention of Lupus
But
was.
at the time, we didn't know. We
We
anything
didn't know.
about
I don't know. I'll make
Okay.
sure and let you know.
Wait, what?
I'm
So they didn't. He didn't know anything about GoFundMe after running 2 GoFundMes. That doesn't make any sense. Let's listen to this.
telling you the truth here.
You didn't know
Like,
anything about GoFundMe? I don't understand. What do you mean?
I didn't.
Can
I
you-
didn't know anything about promoting GoFundMe.
I don't understand. So you're saying you did this first GoFundMe, you got the service dog. You
Yeah,
did the
we did.
second GoFundMe, which, by the way, did the second GoFundMe. Did you get another service dog?
Yeah,
that
we
one?
did.
Okay, so
Yes.
how do you not know how to promote a GoFundMe? You have 2 successful GoFundMes there.
I'm just
So he claims like I didn't know anything about GoFundMe after running 2 successful GoFundMe. Tipster points out the obvious stupidity of this statement, and he's like, like he's frustrated. Like how dare Tipster be asking a very basic, very easy to answer question, or what should be easy to answer. We're talking about the Hyrule Bard over here, but let's keep watching.
I'm just saying, like, when
I
it came to creating the GoFundMe, we didn't make it ourselves.
okay,
That's
so-
what I was saying.
I mean, that's not even really relevant, though.
It was Dylan's doctor that made the GoFundMe. We didn't set it up ourselves at all.
Okay.
Okay. Well, guys, in conclusion, what we saw here was a very stupendous story. People, they say, like, all criminals, they're, like, really intelligent or something. Which is the biggest load of BS I think you'll probably ever hear. Because, this is prime example, clear evidence that, not all criminals are smart ones. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is AuggyRFC. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what button to press. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitch here, and you can watch these videos live. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. And like I said before, my name is AuggyRFC, and I will see you guys later. So.